So I'm coming to y'all in my natural look and habitat as usual with these types of videos. But I wanted to talk a little bit about, and this is my experience because there's other experiences, there's billions of people out there, but how do you forgive yourself? So I will be the first to tell anybody that I'm my own worst critic. If I don't do something right, I'm beating myself up. If I forget something because I have ADHD or I lose something, I'm the first person naturally to beat myself up for it. But the mindset that's helped me the most in those moments, as far as trying to give yourself grace or forgive yourself or move on from situations like that, I know those were small examples, but we're just going to start there, is if you saw your best friend or your child or your loved one, somebody that you're close to, that you adore, that you would, lay down your life for, if you saw someone going through those same things and beating themselves up or talking to themselves the way you talk to yourself, would you allow them to feel that way? Would you give them grace automatically? Would you tell them, stop that? You don't need to talk to yourself that way. Stop that. You're a great mother. Stop that. You're a great wife. You're a great friend. You're doing everything you can. Would you allow them, or would you feel that way about them in those same situations? Like, you wouldn't. Just today as an example, I'm just going to give myself a real life example here. My husband wanted me to call him while he was on his way to work, and he shouted at me to find my phone. And that put like a time limit on it. I was like, oh, he wants to talk to me on his way home. And of course, in that moment, I couldn't find my phone, and I lose it all the time. I looked for it for an hour. I was frustrated with myself. I was mad at my brain for working that way. And then, obviously, after I found it, which was right after I got the message to him through other people that I lost my phone, and I was so sorry. Oh my gosh, worked myself up. After that moment, I was like, if someone else did that you loved, would you be like, yeah, you're so dumb, or you're so stupid, or you should know better than to lose your phone? You've done it a million times. Like, would you talk to them that way? I don't think so. I wouldn't talk to them that way. I'd be like, it happens. It happens to everybody. We all go through this. You need to give yourself that same talk. You need to give yourself that same grace. If you manage to wake up and just fix your kids' food and lay down and love on them, you're still giving them attention. You didn't have to go to the water park or go get their favorite toys or fix them a 5-star meal. There's kids out there with parents that couldn't care less, that would leave them, unfortunately, wherever they found them on the side of the road, have them go days without eating. Like, sometimes the bare minimum in parenting is more than any kid could hope for in another situation. You need to remember the dark side of those things to find the light sometimes. And you need to give yourself the same talk that you would give a loved one in those same situations. Like, you're doing your best. You made this effort. What do you mean? Like, if you just need a rest that day and you worked the entire week, remember, you would say that to somebody that you love. Hey, you've done 500 things this week. What do you mean you feel bad for taking rest? You need rest. What do you mean for you feel bad for sleeping in? Are the kids okay? Are you okay? Do you feel better? Those are the things you would say to someone you love. So you need to love yourself the same way. You need to forgive yourself the same way. You need to give yourself that same grace. So, yeah, again, I know those were small examples. There's very large examples out there, and I'll go into those on another video, just using my own personal experience. But yeah, that's just my little 2 cents today. Treat yourself well.